Jasmine, ma'am.
Ma'am.
Your voice
So,
is not audible.
okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
Now only audible. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay, ma'am. So let's see how we can do problems in your AVL tree. Okay. So we are going to discuss today's session. So how you can solve the AVL tree problems. So suppose if you want to construct a AVL tree. Okay. So what are the steps you have to see? Okay. So while constructing, first thing you have to see that whether you are satisfying the property of binary search tree. I think you know what do we mean binary search tree property. So the elements which is present in the left subtree should be less than that of your root node, and the element which is present at the right subtree should be greater than that of your root node. Okay, you have to see that it satisfies that property, and you have to see that it satisfies the another property, that is the balance factor should be 1, 0, minus 1. Okay, so let us see one example. So in this example, we are going to construct an AVL tree that by inserting number from 1 to 7. So we are having a numbers from 1 to 7. So in this order, we are going to construct an AVL tree. Let us see what happens. So what are the numbers we have means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So these are the numbers we have, and we are going to construct an AVL tree. Okay, so first one, what is the first number to be inserted? That is 1. Okay, so 1 means we have only one element. So normally what happens there? So that you are going to mark it as a root node, and this is a balanced one, isn't there? No need to check because this is a leaf node. Normally leaf node contains the balance factor of 0. Therefore, I'm going to consider that one as a balanced one. And next one, I'm going to insert the element 2. Okay, so in order to insert the element 2, where I will insert the element 2 means this 2 is greater than that of your root element 1. Okay, so I am going to insert at the right side of your root element 1. So after inserting, what I have to do, I have to see the balance factor. So when I see this balance factor, 2 is the leaf node. Therefore, what happens here, this is marked as a 0. Okay, so balance factor of leaf node 2 is marked as 0. And next one, balance factor of 1. Okay, so how will you consider the balance factor of the pair, that is the root node 1 means how will you calculate? So height of the left subtree. So here you don't have any elements at the left side, left subtree. Therefore, you are going to mark it as 0. So 0 minus 1. Only one level you have at the right subtree. So you are going to mark it as 0 minus 1. You are getting the answer as minus 1. Okay. So next one, you are going to insert the element 3. So when you insert the element 3 only, you get a problem, isn't it? So where will you insert this 3? 3 will be placed at the right side of your 2, because it is greater than that of your root node 1, and again it is greater than that of your node 2. So it travels along only the right side. So I'm going to place it on the right child of your 2 node. So when I'm placing this one, after calculating the balance factor, what happens means leaf node of 3 is 0. Okay, so therefore I marked as 0. So what happens, this 2 node, so 2 node is left side, I don't have any elements, therefore 0 minus right side I have only one level, therefore minus 1. And root node, what happens means, so in your root node here, left subtree you don't have any elements, therefore you are going to mark it as 0. 0 minus how many levels are present in your right subtree means you have level 1, level 2. Therefore the root node 1 contains the balance factor of minus 2. So this is how you have to calculate the balance factor. So now we calculated the balance factor, and we see that this particular root node 1 happens to be minus 2. So other nodes we don't have any problem. Okay, but if you see the root node 1, it contains the value as minus 2. It means that it doesn't satisfy the property of AVL tree. Okay, because you should have the balance factor either 1, 0 or minus 1, but here you have a minus 2, isn't it? Therefore, what you have to do, you have to make this particular node to be a alpha node, isn't it? So if this is a alpha node, means you have to see that due to which node this becomes the alpha node. So why this node becomes the alpha node? Insertion of this three, that is a 3 element. When I'm inserting this 3 node only, this root node becomes the alpha node, isn't it? Therefore, where you have to see that where this one is inserted, it is inserted at the right subtree of your root node and right child of your that is your parent node. Okay, that is, it comes like this, right. If it is on the same side, means what you have to do, you have to go for a single rotation. Single rotation means what you will do, you will go for an anti-clockwise rotation if it is the right, isn't it? So I'm going to rotate it like this. It means that I'm moving the 2 upwards and 1 downwards. So after doing this one, the tree is balanced like this. Can you follow this one? So after doing a single rotation at the right side, I will get the answer, this one. So this happens in your insertion 3. Next one, when you insert 4. So when you insert 4, what happens means, so after inserting 4, so when you calculate your balance factor, what happens means, so it is a balanced one. Okay, I hope you follow this one. Okay, you have to calculate the balance factor of each and every node. When you calculate this one, it is a balanced one. So therefore, I'm not going to do any rotation. Just keep as it is. Okay, next I'm going to insert a element 5. So where will I insert the element 5 means, so where will I insert, that is the 5, that is if 4 is over means next element to be inserted is 5. So where will I insert this 5 means it should be inserted at the right side of this 4 node 5. So if I insert this 5, so what happens, I have to calculate the balance factor, isn't it? So when I calculate this balance factor, what happens? So for this particular leaf node 5, it happens to be 0. Next one, so for this you will not have 0. Okay, that is a 4 node, you have to update your balance factor. So here you will have -1. Again, this 3 you have to update your balance factor as -2. I hope you follow this one. Okay, that is, left side you don't have any elements, right side you have 2 levels. Therefore, 0 minus 2, you will be getting the answer as -2. And again, here you have to update. So here what happens means, so here you will not get -1. So here you will get answer as that is your left side you have 1 level, isn't it? Therefore 1 minus, right side you have 1, 2, 3, isn't it? 3 levels are the right side. This is the first level, this is your second level, and this is your third level, isn't it? So 3 levels. So this is your height of your right subtree. So therefore I'm going to mark it as a 1 minus 3. So what answer you will get? You will get the answer as -2. Okay, so this is the updated balance factor of your root node 2 when I insert the new element 5. Okay, so here now you see that, so here in this case you have a 2 alpha node you are having, isn't it? So 3 is also a alpha node as well as 2 is also a alpha node. If this is the case means, then you have to give the preference to the child. Okay, so when you have 2 nodes, if it happens to be an alpha node means, first you perform a rotation for your child node 3. Okay, if it is okay means, then you keep as it is. Again, it is not satisfied with your avial tree property means, then you go for your parent node. Okay, so I hope you follow. So here you have a 2 alpha node, isn't it? This is one alpha node. Let us consider this is alpha 1 and this is alpha 2. So why I am considering this as a alpha node? Because it doesn't satisfy the property of your avial tree. If you have a 2 alpha nodes means, I am going to consider only this one, not your parent node. Okay, I am going to give preference to the only child node. If I correct your child node means, it will be automatically balanced with your parent node. Let's see what happens here. So I'm going to consider only this node 3 and I'm going to mark it as an alpha node. If this is an alpha node means, then I have to see that why this particular node happens to be an alpha node. because of inserting this 5 node. Where it is inserted? It is the right child of your this parent node 3, again the right child of your parent node 4, isn't it? Right. Therefore, you have to go for your single rotation in your anti-clockwise direction. So when you do this one, what happens? You will have a 4 in your root node, and in your right side will be having 3, and your left side will be having 3, and your right side will be having a 5. Okay, so next one, root, you have to keep your root node as it is 2. Next, after this you will have a 1. So after doing this rotation, you have to again check that whether it is balanced, it satisfies the balance, that is, it satisfies the AVL tree property or not. Definitely it will satisfy the tree property. Okay, so leaf node, it is marked as a 0, 0, 0. And for this one, 4, what happens? So here also 1, here also 1, so you will get the value as a 0. And for this particular root node, 1 minus 1, 2. Therefore, you will get the answer as -1. So this is how you have to perform when you get a 2 alpha node. Okay, so this is the answer. I hope you follow. After inserting 5, so you have a 2 alpha node. So I'm going to consider only this child node. So after doing a single right rotation, I'm getting the answer like this. Okay. So next one, you have to go for an insertion 6. So when you perform this one, okay, 6, what happens again? Here it becomes a alpha node. So here you have alpha node as this one. So where this is present means it is present on your right side only. Therefore, you have to go for your again right rotation. See here, all the elements are, that is, you are inserting on your right side. Therefore, you are performing your right rotation. When you get your answer, that is a balance factor near negative, means it means that you have to do your balance, that the balancing part has to be done on your right side. Okay, that is anti-clockwise rotation you have to do. Okay, so next one, insertion of 7. So after inserting the 7, if it is balanced means you leave as it is. If it is not balanced, means see here, this makes as an alpha node. Again, you have to perform a rotation. Okay, so actually when you while you are constructing this one, okay, so normally you have a 2 rotation. Okay, single rotation, double rotation. Double rotation is nothing but in that rotation you inside that one you'll be calling the single, that is a single left rotation as well as a single right rotation. Therefore we call it as a double rotation. That is 2 times you are going to perform the rotation. One it is on your left side, other one it is on the right side. So next I'm going to give one example. So you please take your notebook. Okay, so you are going to construct an AVL tree for the given problem. Okay, so take down this problem. I will give you 2 minutes and you have to tell me which is your alpha node. Okay, please students do this one in your notebook. First, you construct an AVL tree. While constructing itself, you have to verify that it satisfies the AVL tree property. Students, can you follow, ma? If you are completed means please tell me. It's very simple.
Rohit Krishnan, can you tell the answer?
I want to know which is your alpha node.
Anybody else also can unmute and tell the answer if you finish.
Are you getting alpha node? Are you a constructor? Anyone? Ma, I'm not asking you to do rotation, ma. Just you tell me which is your alpha node.
Ma'am, I'm getting 44 as alpha node.
44 is your alpha node. Yes, ma, this is the correct answer. 44 will be your alpha node. Okay, ma. Any other? To which rotation, ma? So let's see
Single
what
rotation.
happens. You will not get single rotation. Let's see what happens here. So I'm going to construct this one AVL tree. Okay. So first one, as my root node. Okay, this first element and this is my root node. So since this is our leaf node, balance factor will be 0, isn't it? So I'm not going to write that one balance factor. So next element is 30. 30 should be placed on your left side, isn't it? So here you have to place. So when you do this one, what happens means, so this 30, you have to calculate the balance factor. So here this is a leaf node 0, and for 44 you will have a balance factor as 1. Okay. So next I'm going to construct insert the 76 right side of the element 44. So here I'm going to construct the 76. So what will be the balance factor of this one? So 76 will be 0 balance factor. And again, you have to update all the balance factors. So for 44, you will get the balance factor as 0. Okay. And the next one is 16. So where will I insert this 16? That is 16 will be inserted at the left side. Okay. So here you have to insert the 16. So when you calculate, and here you balance factor of this one, so you will get the balance factor as 1. Again you have to update the balance factor of this one, root node 44. So what will be the balance factor of 44? Any answer?
1, ma'am.
Yes, 1, because 2 minus 1 will be getting answer as 1. Next one, next element is 39. So where will you insert this 39? 39 should be inserted at the right of your 30. Okay, so here you are going to insert the element 39. Okay, so again now you have to find out the balance factor. So actually here I'm not doing any rotation because I didn't get any alpha node. So I'm proceeding by inserting my elements. Okay, I'm not worried about the rotation because I don't have any alpha node. So when I insert this 39, so what will be the balance factor of 39? Here it is 0. So this 16 also 0. So it should be updated as this one. You will get the balance factor as 0. So what happens this parent node? So 2 minus 1, you will get the balance factor as 1. Okay. Is it correct? Yes. Say yes or no.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. Next one is 37. Okay. Though this is a element to be inserted. Where will I insert this 37, ma? Please tell me.
Left of 39, ma'am.
Yes, left of 39. Now you calculate your balance factor. So here I have inserted 37. Okay. So now tell me which is your alpha node. So this is 0. Okay. 37 is 0. And this has to be updated. So 39 here, what will be the balance factor? Balance factor is 1. Okay. So what will be the balance factor of this one? What is the balance factor of 30? 1 minus 2. You'll be getting the answer as, what is the balance factor of this root node 30?
-1, ma'am.
Minus 1. Okay. Any other node to be updated? Yes.
44, ma'am.
Yes, you have to update the 44. 1 second. So now you have to update the node 44. So what is the 44 balance factor?
2,
That is the,
ma'am.
what is the level of the left subtree? 1, 2, 3. Am I correct? So this is subtree is 3 minus 1. So what is the answer of this one? That is the answer is, yes, correct. Answer is 2. So this is the alpha node. So this is the alpha node. Why this particular node becomes the alpha node? Because of inserting this node 37. Am I correct? So because of inserting the node 37, this becomes the alpha node. Where this node is inserted, ma? So you have to see that from the parent node, you have to see. Okay, so where it is inserted? So here you have what happens where it is inserted? This is the left subtree. Am I correct? So now this is your K, like let us consider K1 node. And this is your K2 node. Okay, so now you have to see that where this particular node is constructed means, so this is constructed how you have to take. So this is the left and this is your right. Okay, so now what you have to do means, so you have to go for your double rotation. Okay, so when you rotate this, so when you perform the rotation, so what happens means normally this gets the that is you have to go for your this rotation like this. Okay, so it means that you have to move your 39 upwards and you have to bring your 30 downwards. Can you follow this one? Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Now this one is your alpha node. Okay, K1 is your alpha node. Okay, so this because this you will get your value as 2. So where this one is inserted means it is inserted at the left subtree. Okay, so this is the left subtree and this is the right subtree. So you have to go for your double rotation. Okay, so I am moving this one. So when you go for a right rotation anti-clockwise means you have to move your 39 upwards and you have to bring your this 30 downwards. Okay, your clockwise rotation like this. When you do this one, what okay, let's see this one in your next class. Okay, that is the result of this one in our next class. You please have this one and I want you to try this one in your notebook. Can you follow this this one AVL tree, construction of your AVL tree. So when you get your that is your left to right means then you have to go for your double rotation, not your single rotation. Can you follow this one?
Yes,
You
ma'am.
please do this one in your notebook so that you'll be understood in a better way. Okay. So next one, let us see next topic. So next one is B tree. Okay. So B tree means it is another special tree. It is not a binary tree. So binary tree means what happens in each and every node contains the maximum, that is the utmost you will have only the two nodes. That is in your each and every node you should have only the maximum two branches or two children should be inserted. But in the case of a B tree, according to the order, okay, order of that particular tree, you can insert that many number of branches. You can have that many number of branches. So that we call it as a B tree. So why we go for a B tree means, suppose if that is from binary tree, we discussed about the binary search tree. So all the trees are introduced in order to speed up your searching operations. Suppose if you want to take any elements from your database means, suppose if the searching elements are fast means, then you can retrieve the elements in a very quicker manner. Okay. Therefore, they introduce several algorithms. So first they introduce the binary search tree. In that binary search tree also say, suppose if the tree is not a balanced to one means, then again you will have some problem, isn't it? So therefore they introduce this balancing binary search tree, that is the AVL tree. So in your AVL tree also what happens means, suppose your that is your level, that is your height is more means, then what happens means, in that case also you will have a that is your searching, you will get a searching from, that is you cannot get the data very quickly. Okay, when you remember it like this, whenever your height of your tree happens to be more, okay, when the height is increased means that what happens means your searching process gets more time. Okay, so how we can avoid means, you have to see that your leaf nodes are there in your same level, that is you are going to split your elements in an even manner. Okay, so when you do in this way means the searching process can be done quickly. Okay, so this is the one method. Okay, so that is a B tree. So B tree, it's again I'm saying that B tree, it's not a binary tree. Okay, it is a normal special kind of tree where the elements can be inserted, that is it can have branches, more than two branches are allowed in a B tree, but certain property has to be followed in your B tree. Let us see what are the property you have to follow. So first property is that all the leaf nodes should be at the same level. So this is the example of your B tree. So in the B tree you have to see that all the leaf node must be at the same level. Okay, so this is your first property you have to see. So second one is all the leaf node can contain maximum n minus 1 keys. Okay, so that is your maximum, like let us consider n is nothing but order. Okay, so while constructing itself they will say that the order of this particular tree is 4 or 5. Okay, if they are saying like this means the key is nothing but the elements which is present inside the node, we call it as a keys. So how many keys are allowed means n minus 1 keys are allowed. N is nothing but order. Okay, suppose if it is 4 means the maximum number of key allowed is nothing but 3. So for this problem, okay, that is this diagram, order is taken as 4. If the order is 4 means maximum you can have only the 3 keys are allowed in each and every node. So if you see this each and every node, maximum you can have only the n minus 1 keys. So this you have to see only at the time of insertion. Okay, while you are performing any insertion operation, you have to ensure that you have only the n minus 1 keys. Suppose if you have more than that key means, then you have to go for a splitting operations. Okay, So next third property is that root node must contain at least 2 children. Okay, so this is your root node. So if this is your root node means it should contain at least that is your minimum, it should contain 2 children. So that you have to see that one in your third property. And fourth property is that each node has at least n by 2 keys. So this you have to see that at the time of a deletion. This is at the time of a insertion, and this you have to see at the time of a deletion. So while deleting, while taking any element from your node means definitely you will take the elements only from your say suppose if you are removing means you have to ensure that the leaf node contains n minus 1 keys. Okay, so that has to be followed in your fourth property. And last property is nothing but it satisfies the binary search tree property. That is, the elements which is present on your left side should be less and right side should be greater than that your root node. When you see this diagram, okay, you can see that all the elements which is present on your left side. Let us consider this 4. Okay, this particular 4 element, all the elements which is present on the left side. Okay, 1, 2, 3. This is less than that of your 4, and the element which is present in your right subtree is greater than that of your 6, 7, 8. Sorry, greater than that of your 4. Similarly, when you take this 10, it is when you take this branch, okay, 6, 7, 8, 6, 7, 9. So this particular node is between element 4 and 10. So that is 6, 7, 9 is present at the right side of your 4. And similarly, 6, 7, 9 is present at the left side of your 10. And it satisfies the property of your binary search tree. Similarly, if you take this 16, the element which is present on the right side. So this is the right side. Okay. So all the elements are 17, 26, 36 are greater than that of your root element. Okay. So this is the some properties you have to remember for your B tree. So mainly you have to remember that main thing you have to consider that all the leaf nodes should be at the same level. So if you have n leaf nodes means all the leaf nodes should be present only at the same level. Next one, it should contain the maximum. This is for your insertion purpose and this is for your deletion purpose. Okay. So remember these points. So let's see how you can construct a B tree, okay, or how you can perform a insertion operation. So first one, create a B tree for the given elements, and in your question they will give the order also, because depends upon the order only you will have the that is your, while at the time of insertion you should not violate the rule. Okay, that is you said that more than 2 elements it's allowed in your particular node, but you should have some limit, isn't it? Limit is that n minus 1. So this is nothing but n. So how many elements can be inserted in a particular node means only 3 elements are can be occupied, not more than that. Okay, so that is the rule you have to follow. So how many elements you can insert? So you can have maximum n minus 1 keys. Okay, that is your 4 minus 1. Order is 4. So 4 minus 1, only 3 keys are allowed. So you have to ensure that while inserting maximum you can have only the 3 keys. So who are the keys? So these are nothing but keys or elements. Okay. So now let us consider this example. So 5, 9, 3, 7, 1, 2, 8, 6. Okay. So these are the elements. Okay. So now I'm going to insert the elements. Okay. Now, like let us consider I'm going to construct a B tree. So first one, what happens means, so first I'm going to insert the 5. So I'm going to take the node like this. So 5. So I have only 1 element. So I inserted over there. So if it is that is your next one is 9. Okay. So where I have to insert means I should start inserting only from the that is a root node, isn't it? So while inserting, what happens means, so 9. So like let us consider how many elements can be inserted in your this particular node means till it reaches your 3. Okay. So 3 keys are allowed in a particular node. Okay, I have only, at present, I have only one key is present. So I can insert the 9 over there. So where I can insert means right side of your 5, because 9 is greater than that of your 5. Therefore, I am going to insert at the right side of your 5. Okay. So next one, you have to insert the element 3. Okay. So if I want to insert the 3 means where will I insert the element? So 3 is less than that of your 5. Therefore, I have to insert at the left side of your 3. And totally you have only the 3 elements. Therefore, I can insert this one. So till I'm inserting the element 3, I don't have any problem. So problem arises when I'm inserting the element 7. So if I insert the 7, where will I insert the element 7? So 7 will be inserted between 5 and 9. So here I have to insert the element 7, isn't it? So when I insert this 7, what happens means it doesn't satisfy the property of your B tree, isn't it? Because maximum you can have only the n minus 1. That is only 3 elements can be, 3 keys can be inserted, not more than that. Suppose when you insert this element 7, you will get the 4, which it violates the rule of your B tree. Therefore, what you have to do means you have to take all the 4 elements, that is 3, 5, 7, 9. You have to take all the 4 elements and you have to divide by 2. Okay, so you have to divide by 2, that is you have to split equally. So when you divide by 2 means what will happen means, so you will get the answer as that is 4 divided by 2. Okay, so you will get the answer as 2. Okay, so now what you have to do means you have to split it like this. That is, you have to take your 2 elements on your right side. Sorry, actually you have to divide it like this. That is 4 plus 1. Okay, plus 1 element. Next one divided by 2. You will get the answer as 5. Okay, now what you have to do? You have to take the middle element. So this one will be your middle element. Now you have to take that middle element and you have to split it at the left side as well as your right side. Can you follow this one, ma? So you have to split it at the left side, and left side you have to put it as your 3, and right side you have to put it your 7 and 9. Okay, so next one you have to insert your 1. Okay, so where will you insert this 1 means you have to see from your 5. Okay, so now you have to insert the, that is insert should be done only at your leaf side. Okay, so when you see this one, what happens means 1 is less than that of your 1 is less than that of your root node 5. Therefore, you have to traverse along your left subtree. Okay, so next one, when you take this one, before this one, what happens means you have I think I missed. So you have a 3 over here. So this 1 is less than that of your 3. So I am going to insert at your left side of your 3 like this. So after inserting, what happens? I will get the answer as 1 and 3. Next one, I should insert the element 2. So 2 is less than that of your 5. Therefore, again I have to travel along your left subtree. Okay, that is left side. So while I am traveling along the left subtree, what happens means it is the value lies between your 1 and 3. Therefore, I have to insert the element between your 1 and 3 like this. Okay, so next element is 8. So what happens? 8 is greater than that of your so 8 is greater than that of your 7. Therefore, I should insert between the 7 and 8. So here I have to insert the element 8. Okay, and till now it satisfies the property of your B tree. You don't have any problem. So problem arises when you insert the element 6. Okay, so when you insert the element 6 means what happens? Where will you insert the 6? It is greater than that of your 5. So I am going to insert at your right, that is the right side of your 5. If the 6 is less than that of your 7, so here I am going to insert the element 6. So again here what happens means 6, while I am inserting the 6, what happens? It doesn't satisfy the property of your B tree. Therefore, what I'm going to do, I'm going to do for a splitting operation. So this has to be splitted. So I have to take the middle part. Okay. Either I can take 7 or either I can take 8. Okay. You can choose any middle part. So here I'm going to choose a 7. Okay. So I'm
Yes,
going to
ma'am.
move. Ma'am, I'm going to finish, ma'am. 2 minutes, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
So here I'm going to move it on here 7, move it on the top words. So after that, left side I'm going to put it here 6 and right side I'm going to put it in here 8, 7. So when it doesn't satisfy the property of a B tree means you go for a splitting operation. This has to be performed in your while creating your B tree. Okay. So any doubt, ma?